Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Well, it's been raining for most of the morning here in the Bronx, but the skies have cleared, and it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents the Hyundai Sunday Game of the Week. It's the New York Yankees against the Milwaukee Brewers in the final game of a three-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball, along with Paul O'Neill. I'm Michael Kay. You have a losing streak? Who do you want on the mound? Well, the presumptive American League Cy Young Award winner, Garrett Cole. That's who.
Well, he's been something. He's coming off 3 consecutive victories. I mean, if you look at the leaderboard, he is in all the pitching categories. He'll probably get over 200 strikeouts today, going into the game at 195. He has done everything for this team. He is the ace. He knew he was the ace, and he takes the ball every 5th day for the Yankees.
Well, 22 starts, allowing 2 runs or fewer, tied with Blake Snell for the most in the majors. Yankees are 10-3 in Cole starts following a loss this season, and he has a 5.7 WAR that leads all of American League pitchers. Now, this is not an easy matchup for the Yankees because they're facing a former Cy Young Award winner in Corbin Burnes.
Yeah, Corbin Burnes, he won the Cy Young in 2021, and again, he is a strikeout pitcher as well over 200 that year. So he's going to give them everything he has, and believe me, their bullpen has been so good. A very tough matchup for the Yankees today.
Well, you look at Burnes, 6 major league season. The record is good. Cy Young in 21, 2.43 ERA, 234 strikeouts, and oh, by the way, a 3-time All-Star as well. One of the guys he's going to face is a guy who loves being a Yankee, Isiah Kiner-Falefa. He is in the lineup today, and when we get back, Meredith Marakovitz talks with Aaron Boone about IKF next, right here on Yes.
The Bronx for Yankees baseball on Yes. Series finale between the Yankees and the Brewers coming your way in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Isiah Kiner-Falefa is back in the starting lineup today. Opportunities really have been hard to come by since the Yankees called the youngsters up, but still Aaron Boone had nothing but praise for his versatile veteran.
Such a great pro and wants to be a Yankee and loves everything about being here and has been through a lot here and has always just kind of faced it head on. And I think he's actually, taken it upon himself to try and be a mentor and try and make these guys transition easier to being here. And, it's everything in line with who he's been since we've gotten him. So, he's been a pro, he's been ready to go. And, hopefully I can get him, these opportunities more as we go, but excited to get him in there today.
Today marks IKF's first start since September 1st. He'll bat 6th and play third base. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Garrett Cole gets the ball. Michael Kay with the call. First pitch coming your way after the break.
On Yes is brought to you in part by the Amtrak Guest Rewards Preferred MasterCard. Say hello to bonus points. Learn more at Amtrak.com/apply. By the New York Lottery, get out there and play. Please play responsibly. You must be 18 or over. And by Stop and Shop, feed the moment. Some who modeled both uniforms, Yankees and Milwaukee. Pretty important one right there. Helped win the 2009 championship and had a great finish to a season with Milwaukee getting them into the postseason. All right, so a little bit of an update from the lineup you might have seen on social media. Jason Dominguez has been scratched out of the Yankee lineup with right elbow inflammation. That's what we know right now. So Oswaldo Cabrera has been moved in place. IKF moves from third to center. Cabrera is playing third base. So long stretch of rain here yesterday and today, so we'll be delayed to the start about 20 minutes, which isn't bad. Let's take a look at the Milwaukee starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. Sal Frelick in center field will lead off. The DH is William Contreras batting second. Batting third, playing first base, Carlos Santana, sitting at 998 runs batted in for his career. Mark Canha in right field cleans up, batting sixth. The shortstop, Willie Adames. Andrew Monasterio at third base will bat 6. Batting 7th and catching today, Victor Caratini. Bryce Turang, second baseman, will bat 8th. And batting 9th and playing left field, it's Tyrone Taylor. Well, the lights are on here at the ballpark. And it makes sense because you really can't spot the sun anywhere in that sort of a weekend here in New York City, as the Yankees will try to salvage the final game of this 3-game set. And then after the game, they'll head to Boston to begin a 4-game series against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. And as for the Milwaukee Brewers, they head back home and they're going to play the Miami Marlins. There he is, Garrett Cole taking the mound for the New York Yankees. Let's check the weather, brought to you by Bigelow Tea. It's 71 degrees, feels like 72. Chance of rain, it's 100%. That's not great. Humidity, 92%. The wind is from the left to the right.
Oh, wait a minute. It's 100%. Where do you go from there?
You play through rain. That's where you go. Garrett Cole on the mound. This will be his 30th start. His numbers, they speak for themselves. So why don't we take a look at the pitcher's scouting report, which is brought to you by Nissan.
Wow, he is a league leader. I mean, if you look at the board, he's leading the league in innings pitched, ERA at 2.90. He has just been really good. What else can you say? And he is making that Cy Young push. He is the front runner trying to finish a great year. 4, maybe 5 starts left. I'll see how that plays out at the end of the season. It could even be better. I mean, he has 13 wins, but he has 22 starts with 2 runs or fewer, and 11 of them with no decision to no wins. So, you know, he could be close to a 20-game winner if you put all the math together. But he has been phenomenal. He's your ace, and he's on the hill today.
Now let's take a look at the defense behind him. That's presented by Buick, Pereira, Conafalefa, and Judge. That's left to right. In the infield, it's Cabrera, Volpe, Torres, and LeMahieu. That's third to first. Rortvedt behind the plate. Stanton's the DH. Cole is on the mound. Yankees did make a couple of roster moves. They sent down Greg Weissert and Ron Marinaccio. They did not pitch well in yesterday's game, not throwing strikes, and they called up a right-hander, Matt Bowman, and a left-hander, Anthony Misevich, from AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. So that is where we are right now, as the Yankees will finish up this homestand and try to grab a victory on their way to Boston. Brewers 79-62. The Yankees are 70-72. Frelick's ready. Cole is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. Swinging and a miss. We're underway. Angel Hernandez, the home plate umpire. The crew chief, James Hoy, at first. John Lipkett second. And DJ Rayburn is over at third. One and one. Fly ball left side. Makes the seats. You've watched a lot of Garrett Cole. You were a great hitter. How would you approach a guy like this with such nasty stuff?
Well, I mean, you got to hope that he misses with some pitches. If he locates, I mean, he throws so hard that there's no way you cannot look fastball. I mean, high 90s. You know, he's just one of those elite pitchers where you just hope for a mistake, but he doesn't make a lot of them.
2-2 on Frelick. Frelick 3 for 8 in this series. And the 2-2. Missed with the slider. 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch. Looped into left field, coming on Pereira. He's there to make the play. One away here in the first. All right, Paul, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, it's about as good as it gets. I mean, 2 of the game's best pitchers going at it today. So if you like pitchers duel, you tuned into a good game. And what happened? I mean, the pitching has been so good for the Yankees. All of a sudden, 3 consecutive games of giving up 8 runs. And you got to score early. I mean, the bullpen for the Brewers, 9.2 innings, no runs. Still haven't seen their closer, Devin Williams. So their bullpen has been solid, especially in this series.
So is this guy, William Contreras. 15 homers, 69 runs batted in. 1-0 count against Cole. And the righty deals. There's a strike. On Friday, Cole celebrated his 33rd birthday. Things are going to be okay today, Paul, because behind the visitors dugout, I see an O'Neill jersey right there.
Really?
Yep.
Got good luck then, huh?
Usually works that way. And a strike. All right, let's check out Angel Hernandez. He's hitter-friendly. Fewer inside strikes, fewer low strikes. Hernandez in his 33rd Major League season. So he was up and when you were playing your trade.
Yeah, he's been around a while, and he's had a few arguments along the way.
Just a couple.
We'll see what happened throughout the game.
Right in on the hands with the knuckle curve, fouled away. Garrett Cole has done so much in this game, but one of the items he has not collected is the Cy Young Award. Got plenty of votes, finished second to his teammate Justin Verlander when he was with Houston, but he's never won the big prize. This could be the year. But he does have to finish strong because it's a tight race at this point.
Those awards are so much easier to win if every game means something about the division. And right now, you get to the point where, you start playing for, selfish reasons as far as, just wanting to compete and win things. And sometimes it can be overwhelming as a player because you're not basing it on, winning to get to the playoffs.
Dial that up to 99, Paul.
Yeah, well.
First inning, 99. Well, Cole's been the rock of this team. You see he has 13 wins. Bassett and Gibson, one more. Eflin and Gilbert tied with Garrett. Big cut by Santana. All the other Yankees have a 5.11 ERA. And Cole has a 2.90. Now, his 2.90 after 29 starts, that's the best for a Yankee through 29 starts since David Cone in 1997.
Didn't I read Coney didn't make 30 starts that year?
Yep.
So I think Cole with a good outing today will go ahead of that because it's his 30th, right?
0-2 on Santana. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strong first inning for Garrett Cole as he retires Milwaukee in order. Brewers nothing. Yankees coming to bat. And he'll face this Yankee starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. LeMahieu at first, Judge and right, Torres at second. That's the top of the order. Then Stanton, Hanafalefa, and Volpe. That's the middle. And then Pereira, Cabrera, and Rortvedt. That's the bottom third. And if you just joined us, Jason Dominguez was originally batting third in the lineup. Scratched with right elbow inflammation. Don't know how he got it. Don't know where he got it or when. But that was the information we received right before the game. So that lineup is going to face a pretty tough customer in Corbin Burns, 9-8 with a 3.63 ERA, more than a strikeout per inning, perhaps too many walks. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, he is one of those Cy guys. He won the Cy Young in 2021. He has been one of the game's best pitchers since 2020. Most in baseball. He throws his cut fastball 55% of the time. It's by far the most any pitcher uses it, and first time no career starts against the Yankees. So see how this one goes.
0-1 to LeMahieu. The Yankees won 5 games in a row, and there seem to be sunny skies. but now they've lost 3 straight by a combined score of 27-7. And the 2 games against Milwaukee, they were close until the 6th, 7th inning, and the Yankees just fell apart, and Milwaukee just played crisper baseball.
Yeah, Friday night, I think at the end of the 6th, it was 2-2, and yesterday at the end of the 7th, it was 2-2. I mean, and it just ended up being lopsided wins.
Tap slowly towards Santana. He'll take it himself. 1 down. Check out the defense presented by Buick, Taylor, Frelick, and Canna left to right in the outfield. Yelich again sitting out with a sore lower back. Monasterio, Adames, Terang, and Santana. That's third to first. Caratini behind the plate. Contreras, the usual catchers, the DH, Corbin Burns on the mound. Here's Aaron Judge. Last 5 games, he's reached in 12 of 22 plate appearances. One and 0. Fouled away, 1-1. Well, Burns lost his arbitration hearing during the offseason, and he said it hurt his relationship with the team. And he said they basically put me in the forefront of the reason why we didn't make the postseason last year. That's something someone doesn't want to hear. You know, you hate to hear that stuff, Paul, but if you're going to go to arbitration, the team's going to try to win.
It's not going to be rosy when they're going to say what you didn't do well, and they're not going to say what you did do well because they don't want to pay the money. So,
right.
Yeah, arbitration hearings usually don't end up well.
That's why teams try to avoid it. Swing and a miss as Judge goes down on strikes.
A really tight little breaking ball there to put Aaron Judge away.
I did make a mistake with the roster change. It wasn't Weissert who was sent down. It was Crook and Marinaccio, both of them who didn't throw strikes yesterday. So Weissert's still with the team. I apologize for that error. The 0-1. 0-2.
So hopefully he wasn't listening.
No, I hope so.
He's looking over his shoulder, right?
One and 2. You know, we keep talking about how Glaber's having a good year. He has 56 walks, but one thing that he's done, he's cut down on his strikeouts. Last year, he struck out 29.9% of the time. This year, 14.1. That's a big, big change.
Well, you consider, that many more balls put in play. It's going to give you more opportunities for hits, obviously.
Foul back to the screen. When we mentioned that Caratini behind the plate, well, he is Burns' personal catcher, the way Wortbed is Cole's personal catcher. So this is the 19th straight time that they've been the battery. And Burns said he knows that if certain sequences are not working, to keep going to it. Knows what to say, what to call to get everything back on track. Strange relationship between pitchers and catchers.
It was funny. I was reading a thing the other day, we were talking about Bob Gibson, how great he was, how mean he was. Well, Tim McCarver was basically his personal catcher there for a while. McCarver came walking out there. This is your personal catcher. Gibson screamed at him halfway out to the mound, said, just go back. The only thing you know about pitching is you can't hit it. Wow.
Fly ball center field. Frelick is there, and Burns retires the Yankees in order. 1, 2, 3. Through 1. Nothing. Slam auction is going on until 8 p.m. tonight. So you see the QR code right there. You can bid on items such as the Judge signed jersey, an actual 1998 World Series ring, dinner for 10 at home plate at the stadium. You could register and bid now at nyauction.givesmart.com. Canna takes up an M1-0. So both Burns and Cole go 1-2-3 in the first inning. Breaking ball strike, knuckle curve. 1-1.
I love when Cole uses that knuckle curve early in the count. It's just a pitch that hitters will take early in the count. You make a mistake with it trying to get a strikeout, that's where it can get hit.
Tap back to the mound, one away. It's amazing. That was tapped to the mound. He threw it to first, and as they're throwing it around the infield, he just got a new ball. You never see a ball kept in play anymore. The pitch to Adames. Outside. We showed you that video yesterday of Willie meeting Derek Jeter before the All-Star or the Old Timers game yesterday. He said he'd been wanting to do that his whole life. It was his dream to meet Derek Jeter.
Wow.
And he was so happy.
You got somebody like that? Did you just like?
I'm sitting next to him.
Is that right?
You, yeah.
We met each other a long, long time ago.
I know, so I'm over it.
Oh, I was going to say you're acting well, or it didn't mean much to you.
(2-0). 2-1. Lights are on here at the stadium. And here is that meeting, and then the joy on his face as he runs back to his teammates.
Gotta have a lot of little boy in you, right, to play the game of baseball.
Lined into center field. IKF is there. 2 outs.
Boy, we have had a ton of rain the past couple of days, and if you look out here, I mean, the field looks dry as a bone, huh?
Yeah, Danny Cunningham and his crew, I mean, we say it all the time. It is true. They're so good at what they do, and the field is built the right way with a great drainage system. And that'll bring up Monasterio. Hey, let's take a look at the Indeed player resume on Cole. First in innings, first in ERA, second in opponent, and first in WAR. So he's certainly putting together a resume that would indicate that he should be the Cy Young Award winner. The only one who has a better opponent's batting average against in the American League is Luis Castillo of Seattle, 4 points better. Usually have the best ERA and the most innings pitched, you usually win. I believe the stat was the last 20 times it happened, 18 times they won the Cy Young.
Right.
And yeah, they don't look at record that much anymore, because they know record is a product of the entire team.
Yeah, I just wonder if you're going to get back to that, where the ace in the old days, your ace was always towards 20. If you could win 20 games, that was the mark. A hitter, it was 300. But you're right. I mean, win-loss record, you see Cy Young winners don't have 20 game winners anymore. It's just the way it is.
Into center field. That's the first base hit of the game. Monasterio's had a good series with a 2-out single. I think it started with Felix Hernandez. It was one game over 500 for Seattle and won the Cy Young.
A little off-speed pitch. Monasterio has really had a good series. Couple hard doubles on Friday night. Some good at-bats yesterday. Really been able to put the ball in play, and you got to watch him. He will run, too.
So here's Caratini as Cole works out of the stretch for the first time. Foul ball. got good zip on the fastball today. That was 98 up and away.
You know, it was amazing in the first inning. We've seen the Brewers in this series put pretty much every fastball in play. Not a lot of swing and misses, but boy, Garrett Cole threw some fastballs in that first inning right by some hitters.
Grounded foul. Little Aaron Rodgers fan into it, right behind the home plate. Fouled away. Local football season gets started tonight. The Giants and the Cowboys, and tomorrow, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets against the Bills on Monday Night Football.
What a way to start your career as a Jets, huh? Going up against the Bills. I mean, there's no easing your way into it, huh?
Nope, and on national TV, too. Monasterio leads off first with 2 outs. 1-2 count on Caratini, and the pitch. It's a base hit through the right side. Monasterio will go to third. Judge comes up throwing, fires into Volpe. So runners on first and third with 2 men out.
Caratini does a good job and a little hanging breaking ball. I'm sure Garrett Cole not happy with that one. He's looking to strike him out here. The hanging breaking ball able to pull it in the hole on the right side.
Monasterio's at third, and Caratini is at first. And the pitch to Rang is a strike. Oh, 0-2. Looks like he likes his fastball the most today. Workvet behind the plate, getting a sign from the dugout, giving that sign via pitch come, and now back behind the plate.
Yeah, that sign come from the dugout. You got first and third. What you want the catcher to do if the run on first base is in motion.
Foul back over the screen, still 0-2.
Boy, Milwaukee has done a great job with 2 strikes in this series, huh? Not, you know, kind of just slapping the ball around, foul balls, putting the ball in play.
And we said this yesterday, they have a higher strikeout percentage as a team than the Yankees, but in this series it does not seem that way because they have just put the ball in play, let their legs do the work, let the defense make a mistake, and they've won the first 2 games. Well, the runner from first will go to second. The throw, not in time. Monasterio stays put at third.
Well, very hard to block this ball. Make sure you watch the runner at third base and then make a throw. And I'll tell you what, Garrett Cole almost took one between the eyes there. Not expecting this throw from Morfett.
Yankees might have, wow, that was close. Yankees might have been helped because the ball first hit Turang, like on the side of the head. That slowed it down. Otherwise, it would have kicked away and Monasterio might have scored. So now second and third, 1-2 count. You're right, Paul. That was scary. I mean, Cole almost got one through right between the eyes.
Yeah, just not expecting the throw right there. But, you know, Rortvedt had the plate in front of him. Cole has no idea what kind of jump Caratini got.
Well, they are really making Cole work. And let's say he gets Turang. Well, all of a sudden you're looking up, he has 41 pitches. And now the plan is you want to get into a Yankee bullpen that's really exhausted and somewhat compromised. So you need Cole out there as long as possible. 2-2. 3-2.
Well, Colt's got a base open. He's got Taylor on deck, a right-hander. It might be a better matchup, but Taylor had the big home run yesterday. He's been swinging the bat very well. So, important pitch right here.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Grounded sharply to Torres. He makes a slick play, turns it into an out, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. Cole worked, but got out of it. Legends of Baseball cruise on December 9th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale and going to the Caribbean. There'll be other Yankee greats joining me like Mickey Rivers, Chris Chambliss, Craig Nettles, El Duque, Jeff Nelson, and more. It's going to be a fun time. Be sure to check out the website legendsofbaseballcruise.com and join us and get out of the cold. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. Since he hit his 400th home run, he's 0 for 11. And he had a rough day in the field yesterday. Just did not look comfortable at all. And Boone was asked about it. He said, you know, some days, according to the routes he has to take, he said also maybe he was a little worried about the wet grounds and stuff like that, but he did not look sure out there at all. And today's the DH. 1-2. Down he goes.
Stanton's had one of those years, you know, he'll admit it that you know, it just has been subpar to his standards, but he has become a hitter this year that if you make quality pitches, you're going to get an out, and if you make a mistake, you know, he can obviously hit the ball out of the ballpark, but much better hitter. Obviously, looking forward to next year that he can turn this thing around again.
One and one on IKF. And Burns deals. You know, when you look at the metrics on Stanton, it doesn't seem like he's hitting the good fastballs as well as he did in the past. And now, because he knows that, he's starting his bat early, cheating, as they say, and then he's really being susceptible to breaking balls. He's really in a bad place. Fly ball, left field. Taylor on the run toward the line. It's a foul ball.
Yeah, to your point, Michael, when you feel like you can't get to the fastball, it changes so many things. You start to open up a little quicker. You start to swing a little bit quicker. And again, if you cannot wait to see the spin of the ball because you're trying to get out to the fastball, then you can really look silly on some breaking balls.
that's the one thing I've always heard, about he's a good breaking ball hitter. If you can't hit the fastball in the big leagues, you can't play in the big leagues.
Anybody that gets to the major leagues has shown through the minor leagues, nice little easy ground ball from IKF, has shown an organization that you can handle the fastball.
Right.
And then your adjustment comes of changeups, sliders, cutters, and you don't see a lot of great breaking balls, cutters, things like that in the minor leagues. Those are pitches that pitchers kind of learn at the major league level.
And if you're the Yankees and you're Stanton, you're hoping it's just this year and something was off mechanically, but you hope it's not a permanent thing where he's having trouble with the heater. 0-1 now on Volpe. Line drive and caught by Turang, and the Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We played 2 at the stadium. Nothing on yes. Impact and win big by participating in today's 50-50 raffle benefiting the New York Yankees Foundation. Anyone 18 or older watching today's broadcast in the state of New York is eligible to purchase tickets online now at www.yankees.com/5050. Raffle sales end at the conclusion of the 6th inning. Half of today's jackpot could be yours. And the first pitch of the 3rd inning is a strike to Taylor. 0-0. Burns and Cole, two of the best pitchers in baseball, head-to-head on an overcast Sunday afternoon here at the stadium. Lights have been on since the first pitch. Start of the game delayed by about 20 minutes. Well, there was a point, I'd say, what would you say, Paul, 11:30? We didn't think there'd be baseball.
Driving in today, I mean, another storm. You just wonder how much rain this field can take. But again, it looks great.
Foul back. I mean, last night, the thunder and lightning, our dog was not happy. A lot of crying.
I like the thunderstorms, though.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. I don't like them during game time, but when you're laying down to bed, it's nice.
2-2 on Taylor. So Taylor getting his 2nd straight start after Yelich scratch with the sore lower back. Nice grab there by Cabrera in foul territory, making a friend. Isn't it great, the attraction of the baseball? Just the physical baseball is so great.
You know, you could take a fan to a sporting goods and buy him a brand new baseball.
Wouldn't mean anything.
Or give him a beat up one from the ballpark. They'd take the beat up one in a heartbeat, right?
I agree. And just the sheer wonderment that people have when they get it. And it shows you what that little orb means to people that are here at the ballpark.
That little orb meant a lot to my life, I'll tell you that.
Yep. I think Ron Darling had a great line in his book. He said, you go through life thinking that you're the one gripping the baseball, but in the end you realize it's the other way around.
Yep, it does kind of dominate your life for a big part of it, but it's a fun thing to do, believe me.
Nice play there by Cole to retire Freeland. I think Darling in his book paraphrased Jim Bouton in Ball 4. He said that, so I got to give Jim Bouton, Jim Bouton credit. So here's William Contreras. Grounded to third. Oswaldo across the diamond gets Contreras. So nice bounce back inning for Garrett Cole as he retires Milwaukee. In order, we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's submission comes to us from Connie, who shared this photo of her identical twin granddaughters, Lucy and Stella. Lucy and Stella are going to have a lot of fun tricking people. Identical twins. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Lucy, did you do your homework? No. And that's really Stella that you're talking to, so good luck. Do you know any identical twins in your life?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah?
Grew up with, yeah.
And could you tell them apart?
There's always little tiny things, but it always seems so weird to me that, you be sitting at dinner kind of looking at yourself across the table. It's kind of strange, right?
I mean, how do you, like, if one of the twins is much smarter in school than the other, what would stop that twin from taking the SAT?
There you go. You're smarter than the average guy. You're trying to figure out how to get through the system.
The 2-2. Skied the other way, right down the line, and it's a foul ball. Strike three.
The ball a little bit off the outside corner. Got the call.
Here's Oswaldo Cabrera. Late addition to the lineup with the scratch of Dominguez. And now, Paul, you just have to you hold your breath and go, what happened to Dominguez?
Yeah, it is really amazing that, even young kids that just come up from the minor leagues come down with injuries.
Well, today's injury report is about Jason, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Scratched from the lineup right before the game. Right elbow inflammation. He's had a first 8 games he's going to remember. 4 home runs, 7 runs batted in, but not in the lineup today. Now, teams are very, very, very careful with all their players, especially the young players, and I have no idea about the severity, just as right elbow inflammation. But if I was a kid in the big leagues,
Yeah.
have a hard time getting me out. I mean, the team might not let you argue. He probably wanted to play, but there's no way. I'd be kicking and screaming.
There were so many times where you would go in and get treatment.
Right.
With Gene and Stevie Donahue and look at him right in the face and say, do not tell Joe Torre. Because, as soon as a manager, especially if you're up late in the year, they're going to give you a day off.
Right.
You're right. You never know what day is going to bring. If you're sitting on the bench, you just wonder, would I hit a home run? Would I have driven in a couple runs? It just doesn't make sense to me.
2-2. Strike 3. Well, Angel is pitcher friendly today, especially Corbin Burns friendly.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Both of them are kind of questionable calls. This ball looks like it's down and away. Yeah, just missed.
Meredith, do you have any update on Severino?
Well, Michael, he was diagnosed with a high-grade oblique strain. I spoke with him in the clubhouse earlier today, and he said he's certainly not happy with the way his season has ended, but he is happy at least that it's not going to take a full year for that to heal. Michael, we will finish that when we come back.
Yeah, that's the important thing. No surgery, anything like that. He rested, gets better. He goes into the free agent market and see where he lands. We've played 3-0 here on Yes. What a cute little kid. Getting fanned. It's a way to live. Cadillac scoreboard, 0-0. Santana leads off. 1-0. Santana struck out in the first inning. 2 hits against Cole. No runs. Hasn't walked a batter. Struck out 3. Popped up. Rortvedt runs out of room. Three, 4, and 5 in Milwaukee's order: Santana, Canha, and Adames. One and 2.
Well, Garrett Cole shook off 4 pitches to get to that slider and got the inside, high inside corner.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout of Santana. 4th strikeout for Cole.
That's the same pitch that he struck out in the first, a fastball away after he kind of showed him inside. Does have good life on that fastball today.
1 more strikeout, and he has 200 for the season. High fly ball, deep left field. Going back, Pereira still back, and he makes the catch as he tumbles to the warning track. Nice play by Everson Pereira.
Well, it sounded like it was off the end of the bat just a little bit. But Pereira, you see that sidestep, which cost him a little time. And then he has to kind of make a heroic play at the end. And it just stayed in the pocket. That's a bad feeling when you're falling and you don't know if you're going to hit the wall or the hard warning track.
Fly ball, left center. IKF waves off Pereira. And a 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Cole. This was the sparkler in the inning. Taking an extra base hit away from Canha, and Cole likes what he sees. Cadillac scoreboard, 0-0. Yankees 9 up, 9 down against Corbin Burns. 2 hits against Garrett Cole. So as advertised, a pitcher's duel here on this Sunday afternoon in the Bronx. What are you seeing from Burns?
You know what? He has mixed in all of his pitches. You know, he uses the corners, obviously. You haven't seen anything down the middle of the plate. And he's starting to tempt Angel Hernandez by going off the plate a little bit more to see how much he's going to get as he shatters DJ LeMahieu's back.
Let's take a look at what he's dealing with the Arsenal on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
Percentage-wise, you really see he leans on that cutter, but he's been on the corners. A lot of those pitches, like I said, he's going to just start to see how far he can go off that outside corner, especially to right-handed hitters.
You know, on that last play, you very rarely see a pitcher able to control himself. He pulled his glove back knowing it was the easier play for the second baseman. And he was right. It could have tipped off his glove, could have been a hit. 2-0 to Judge. Watch this. He had a chance. No, I'm going to pull the glove back.
Yeah, that ball off the end of the bat had a little more time than usual.
Grounded to third. Monasterio.
You You know, you really got to give credit to Craig Counsell, and then we've kind of talked about how, you know, how in demand he would be if he left as a manager. It's his 9th season. He's been to the playoffs 4 times. But just the fundamentals. I mean, you look at this team, Michael, does anybody really just stick out other than Yelich in the past where he was an MVP?
Fly ball right field. Canna on the track makes the play. And Burns perfect through 4 against this Yankee offense. 0-0. Yankees history presented by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. Take a look at Isaiah Kanafalefa. Lost the shortstop job in spring training, but he's done everything the Yankees could have asked, including pitch 4 times. The other night, Yankee pitchers were struggling. Crowd was chanting IKF. That's how valuable he's been. Manager loves him. Teammates love him. Free agent at the end of the year will be interesting to see where he ends up. But he's made himself very valuable playing all the outfield positions and all infield positions, and he can catch as well. He's caught in the big leagues at more than an emergency level.
You know, it doesn't take long if you have a conversation with IKF that he's just like, he's just a nice kid, and he loves the game of baseball. And, you know, he's positive. He has a lot of energy. You know, he could have taken what happened to him and been a kind of a problem in the clubhouse, and that's far from the truth. He has been totally opposite. Expressed that he loves being a Yankee in any capacity.
And Boone brought up a really interesting point today before the game, that he's taken to mentoring the young kids that have come up and essentially taken his playing time. And that takes a special person. Because he's still a relatively young player himself.
So in other words, we get an intern up here who wants to do play-by-play. You're not going to make him the best he can be, right? Huh?
An intern?
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Oh, an intern.
I would make him the best he could be, or she.
For me, but you'd write the wrong stats down and wrong things, and I'd just butcher the whole broadcast.
No, not you. No, I'd help you too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you know I got no chance of doing play-by-play.
Swing and a miss. Monasterio down on strikes.
That's 200, right, Michael?
That's 200.
Kind of a milestone for a pitcher. 200 strikeouts for the year. Probably still 4 or 5 starts left. So, I mean, you talk about consistency and the way he pitches. It's about as good as it gets.
First player in Yankee history to have 3 200 strikeout seasons, and his 6th in his career. Caratini lost it to center field. IKF is there.
There's your intern, Michael. How about that guy that takes your job? Huh?
I'd help him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is Charlie, Michael's son, by the way.
Yeah. I would help him for sure.
I took Charlie on a little walk not too long ago to the candy store downstairs. We handpicked a few items.
He said to me, "Dad, do I have to wear my pass?" I said, "Paul O'Neill's your pass."
Yeah, I was with Charlie.
There's a strike to Turang.
Nice crowd here today, Mike.
Yeah, really. Also, I was blown away yesterday how many people stayed throughout that downpour after Old Timers Day to wait for the game. It was great. Now, after that rough second inning, he's really gotten his pitch count back under control, so he's in pretty good shape here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, the 3rd inning he got through with 9 pitches, and so far in the 4th only 6.
And here's 12, with a 5th just misses.
You know, strikeout pitchers, they're going to throw more pitches, obviously. You know, strikeouts, you're not going to get a lot of first pitch outs, and you know, it just goes to show you, though, how you know, dependable he's been, because he just continually takes the ball and does good things.
Well, that one's hit into the gap, up against the wall. Terang will stop at second with a 2-out double. Third hit of the game. All for Milwaukee.
Trent got a ball up in the strike zone and just hammers it to right center field. Nice level swing. Again, he's another guy that, especially with 2 strikes, is just looking to slap the ball somewhere. Good news is Garrett Cole has 2 outs, so he can try to save that run and keep this game at 0-0.
Here is Tyrone Taylor. One and 0. Nothing. Yankees, Milwaukee, Cole and Burns. Homestand Yankees took 2 out of 3 from the Tigers first 2, and then they lost the final game, and now they've lost the first 2 against Milwaukee. So if they win this one, it's a 500 homestand at 3-3 after a really good road trip where they were 7-3. So 2-0 on Taylor. He struck out in the 3rd. Runner at 2nd. Using that cutter very effectively over the last, I'd say, 3-4 games. Maybe even a little longer than that. Been a good pitch for him. Another cutter for a strike. 2-2. Now he's got such a varied arsenal, Paul. He can go anywhere here. Knuckle curve, cutter. He can go with the fastball.
Yeah, the knuckle curve I don't like. It's something hard.
Ground ball, grabbed by Volpe, off balance throw to first, got him. So Cole works into and out of trouble, no run to hit. 1 man left, we're halfway through, it's 0-0. Ahead with Rafael Devers and the Sox. Don't miss a minute of the Yankees. Coverage begins at 6:30 only on Prime. Audi scoreboard, 0-0. Stanton leads off the bottom of the 5th inning against Burns. Takes outside 1-0. Yankees have not had a base runner. Stanton's 0 for 12 since hitting his 400th career home run. His average now 198 on the season. Two and 1. Three and 1 on Giancarlo. And the pitch. And there's the Yankees' first base runner. A leadoff walk here in the 5th to Giancarlo Stanton.
He wasn't going to give in. He continued to try to run that ball off the plate away. Stanton just took it all, took the walk.
Five straight out of the zone. And the pitch. Another ball. He has lost the strike zone inexplicably. And there's a strike. Burns, 28 years old, 6 big league season. See if they get 2. There's 1. And the throw gets away. IKF will reach at first. So 6-4, fielder's choice. They couldn't complete the double play.
Well, I tell you one thing, Adames did everything he could to help with this double play. He caught that ball and got rid of it quick. Was not able to turn it. It looked like still moving, kind of just tugged it. Santana not able to come up with it.
So here's Volpe, little humpback line drive to Turang to end the second inning. Big lead there by IKF.
Yeah, IKF has run a little bit at 11 stolen bases on the year.
Runner goes. Strike. Throw to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Kiner-Falefa.
You know, why not? You might as well challenge him. Milwaukee's been challenging on the bases the whole series. IKF, pretty good jump. Clearly in there at second base.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Volpe. And the pitch. Lined right to Adames for the second out. Soft line drive.
Yeah, with that uppercut, you get this little humpback line drive, and that's what Volpe did there. Didn't really square it up, but you know, he hit that ball up the middle, it'll get through.
Yankees still looking for their first base hit. Runner at second base. 2 men out. Here's Everson Pereira, struck out looking in the third. 4 strikeouts for Burns. 1 walk. Tipped into the glove of Caratini. 0-1. You know, Burns and Cole linked by a pair of amazing streaks in April and May of 2021. They took turns setting the major league record for most strikeouts without issuing a walk. Burns punched out 58 batters, and Cole struck out 61 batters between walks. Amazing. IKF dancing off second. And this all started with a walk to Stanton by Burns to start off the inning. One and two. Paul mentioned earlier we have not seen Milwaukee's closer Devin Williams. He with the airbender pitch. And at least by getting this runner on the stolen base, they're building burns his pitch count up, but I don't know if that's a real great thing, especially the way the Brewers bullpen is pitched.
Yeah, the bullpen has shut the Yankees down the first 2 games of this series. Over 9 innings, giving up no runs. Yeah, you would assume that you would see Williams today. I mean, he has not pitched since last Sunday, so obviously closers, it's kind of sporadic when you need them, but you know, you have to keep them sharp at some point.
Just missed. They wanted that call. That's ball 4. That's a good at bat for a rookie, taking close pitches against a good pitcher. So first and second, 2 outs. That'll bring up Oswaldo Cabrera.
You see Burns kind of shaking his head because he's got this pitch a few times on other Yankee hitters for strikeouts. Very close. Angel Hernandez not going to give it to him there.
Well, Chris Hook, the pitching coach, will come out and talk with Corbin Burns. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-0. Yankees and the Brewers. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Got that over with early.
So crowd getting into it here at the stadium as the Yankees threatening for the first time. First inning with base runners. Still looking for their first hit. Conafalefa with good speed at second. Pereira's at first, and Oswaldo Cabrera at the plate. He struck out looking in the 3rd. On 1. Blocked by Caratini. It's the birthday of one of your favorite pitchers to face.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I crumpled up the paper. I didn't want to think about it anymore. Big Randy Johnson, that's who you're talking
60
about?
60 years old, yeah. That was a big-time photographer, as is Ken Griffey Jr., who's at the U.S. Open taking pictures.
You know what? I saw an article on that. And, you know, he kind of sneaks in and puts his hat on backwards and starts snapping away.
Nice. Fly ball, left side, foul territory. Monasterio makes the play to retire the side and end the threat. Yankees lead 2. We played 5 scoreless innings here in the Bronx. Let's go around the majors, but first we'll take a look at the first pitch. And Frelick takes high. Andrew Jones, number retired by the Braves last night. Mookie Betts returned to the lineup after missing 2 games. Left foot problem. George Kirby, I wish I wasn't out there for the 7th inning on Friday. Allowed a home run on his 102nd pitch. I mean, I love the way George Kirby pitches. He's also from here, but that was a bad optic. For him to say that.
Yeah, you kind of shake your head. You mean, at the major league level, what do you mean you don't want to be out there? Really?
He said, I've thrown 90 pitches over 6 innings. I think I've done enough. And you know what? I don't even blame him. I blame the way pitchers are brought up through the minor leagues right now. That's the mindset.
All right.
But he shouldn't be saying that. It's a terrible look. And it's weird for him to say because Kirby is in the top 5 in the American League in innings per start, but I guess he thought he was cooked. Frelick is cooked as he's down looking. Hey, the doors to the Yes Network are open. Bring 3 guests and come visit the Yes Studios to see how pre- and post-production are done. This special opportunity includes a guided tour, look behind the scenes, and a chance to meet the Yes talent. You'll sit on the stage set right there when they're performing the pre- and post-game show. You'll be in the pre-production meeting, which is always energetic. Love being in there. So it's a great opportunity. You get to hang with Bob and Jack and John Flaherty. So if I wasn't working for Yes, I'd bid on that.
You know what? Bring your trick-or-treat bag, too, because if you go in Bob Loren's office, there's candy everywhere. It's like Willy Wonka's joint.
They do have a lot of snacks there. And I'm sure if they know there are guests coming.
Oh, yeah. Double up, huh?
One and 2 on Contreras. Ground ball to third. Cabrera gets Contreras.
You know, Michael, you look at some of the call-ups. Peraza starting to turn it around offensively. Cabrera struggled a little bit offensively all year, but every one of them defensively looks extremely sound. It's a lot of times you'll get guys up here that can hit, can't play defense. You got nowhere for them to play. Right now the Yankees got to figure out if you're going to get enough offense from some of these guys, because defensively they're not a problem.
Cole at 86 pitches. One count. 2-1. Chases a cutter up in the zone. 2-2 on Santana. He struck out twice against Cole.
Yeah, and he struck out twice on a high fastball away. Let's see if Garrett Cole goes back to that. Or if he changes his up, try to get him down and in.
Popped up behind the plate and out of play.
See, Garrett Cole, he's such a perfectionist. I mean, he got where he wanted against Santana, but he missed location a little bit. That ball was supposed to be in, kind of creeped out over the middle of the plate, fouled off.
So 3-2 on the veteran Santana. And the payoff. Swing and a miss, gets away. Rortvedt chases after it. Going to have a play at first, a throw to first. They got him. Good arm by Rortvedt. Nice stretch by LeMahieu. So it's a strikeout. Put out 2-3 as Cole works a 1-2-3 sixth. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Pitcher's Duel, we advertise it. It's living up to it.
It certainly is. I mean, you got an ex-Cy Young guy in Burns, and you've got a future Cy Young, if you ask me, and Cole, and they have been on their game today. A lot of zeros on the board.
Rortvedt leads off and hits one off the glove of Tarangi. Recovers, fires to first, and got him.
Terang glad he's a second baseman here. You basically just have to knock it down and you'll have enough time to get a runner. Couldn't find it. able to pick it up and still get Broadbent.
Back to the top of the order, DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 2. And a strike.
There's that pitch right there, Michael. Sometimes it's a strike, sometimes it's a ball. Burns is going to continue to go there because it's a very tough pitch. A little cutter off the plate away.
Line down the left field line, foul. 5 1/3 in, Yankees still don't have a hit. And again, there's no respite when you get into that bullpen for Milwaukee, so whichever the Yankees are going to do it, there's no easy route. Sky to right field. Canna on the run, on the track, in the corner, makes the play for out number 2.
Well, DJ's had some really good swings the past couple days. Hit the ball the other way hard twice yesterday, and then there's this right here line drives down the line. Not much you can do as a hitter.
So here's Judge. Judge 0 for 2. And a strike. Oh, and 2 on Judge. Just 78 pitches for Burns. There's nobody up in the Yankee bullpen, so Cole's going to come out for the 7th. One and 2. Judge is struck out and grounded to third. Missed outside, 2 and 2. Broken bat, slow ground ball. Monasterio fields and gets Judge as Corbin Burns is pitching a no-hitter through 6. 0-0 on the scoreboard. Yes is brought to you in part by the new Defender 130, 8 seats, infinite adventures. By Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. And by FanDuel, make every moment more. Moose Haas, how about that? Our producer, Troy Benjamin, is really helping you out with your immaculate grid. He really is. Raleigh Fingers, Milwaukee A's, you know, go that route. Pitch inside to Canna as we start the 7th inning. Now, if you're wondering, the Yankees have not picked up a hit in 6 innings. The Yankees are looking at a Brewer team that have 2 no-hitters in franchise history. Juan Nieves in 1987 at Baltimore. And then Corbin Burns and Josh Hader combined at Cleveland in 2021. Burns won 8 innings in that game, and then Hader pitched the 9th. So Garrett Cole knows he can't slip here because the Yankee offense has kind of gone away in the last couple of games, and the guy on the mound is excellent. An announced crowd of 41,702 here in the Bronx. Two and 2. And that 41,702 fans here today, that puts the Yankees over 3 million for the season.
Wow.
Foul ball. Mortvedt doesn't hold on. Yankees are checking to see if it was indeed a foul ball. Let's see if we can tell. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Hernandez probably going, I got smacked in the head. I know it's a foul ball.
Yes, sir.
Or was it?
You know, we get these different angles. It's amazing the last couple of days.
Yep. There it is, strikeout. Looking. Just one extra pitch. One down here in the 7th.
Well, it's one of the better knuckle curves he's thrown all day. Big break, and it actually hit the inside corner, which just locks up a right-handed hitter.
Cole has 8 strikeouts, and his 8th strikeout brought to you by Audi and the new fully electric Q8 e-tron. Visit your local tri-state Audi dealer. One and one.
Boyd's had a good fastball today, Michael. 97, 98. Pretty much locating it well.
Hundred pitches for Garrett Cole. One out here in the 7th. Knuckle curve, fouled away, 2-2. Two and two. Three and two on Willie Adames.
Adames hit a home run in game 1, and he also hit a line drive yesterday for a double that the ball away, the high fastball. So he's shown that he can cover that pitch. See, the past 2 pitches, Cole went with cutters away.
Three-two count on Milwaukee shortstop. He's skied out to right twice. And Cole deals. Swing and a miss. Got him. Knuckle curve. 9 strikeouts for Cole. 2 away.
Well, you see what Cole did. I mean, he really trusts that knuckle curve today, and he's had a good one. And he did not want to go to that fastball away, which Adames has hit in this series. It's just a great pitcher that has studied the game and is smart about how he goes about getting out certain hitters.
Monasterio fouls it away. With his 6 2/3 shutout innings, Cole has an ERA now of 2.80. Started the day at 2.90. High fly ball right field. Backing up Judge. He's there. And that'll do it here in the 7th. Cole is an animal. He is your ace. He is your stud. You want a bright spot on the season? You have your ace right there with 7 shutout innings. At the end of 6.5, time for the 7th inning stretch. Milwaukee side, 3 hits against Cole. Corbin Burns, no hitter through 6, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Garrett Cole, magnificent, again through 7, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 9 strikeouts. Yankee offense just 7 hits this series. Gleyber Torres will lead off against Burns here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Foul ball. Grounded foul. Just missed outside. Check swing, 1-2. Burns' pitch count's in great shape, 84 pitches as we start at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss as Gleyber down on strikes. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live at Same Game Parlay. Right now, new customers get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app now and start making every moment more.
You know, one of those bets was Gleyber getting 2 hits. The whole team doesn't have any. I don't know about that one.
That's not a good bet. Here's Stanton. He was the first Yankee base runner. He worked a walk to start the 5th. I think he's had 2 walks in that inning, and that's their offense this afternoon. Sun's trying to peek through. Actually, he's succeeding right now. Amazing what this day has turned into. Two and 0. Two one. Cubs chasing Milwaukee for the National League Central lead, and the Cubs lead Arizona 5-1, bottom of the 5th inning at Wrigley. Lined into right center field, kind of right there for the 2nd out. Well, congratulations to Jason Dominguez on being voted the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. Hit .258 with 4 home runs, 7 ribbies, OPS of .980. Youngest player since 1900 with 4 home runs in his first 7 games. And he's on the bench today, scratched from the lineup with right elbow inflammation.
Looks like a Garrett Cole that's finished for the day, kind of hanging out in the dugout. If they lost that focus, that's usually what you see from the starting pitcher. But you know what? If he is finished, what another unbelievable performance. I mean, to take the mound, like I said in the pregame, coming off 3 consecutive victories, got over 200 strikeouts today. I mean, he has been a horse for the Yankees.
0-2 on Kiner-Falefa. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th and stole a bag. So 7 shutout innings for Cole. 106 pitches, 9 strikeouts, didn't walk a batter. Just a great line. Burns deals the 1-2 off the end of the bat, foul. And the pitch. Second deck, the other way, foul. All likelihood this will be Burns' last inning as well, as Milwaukee will go to the bullpen. He's at 95 pitches.
Yeah, that 0 in the hit column, though, you got to wonder. His counts are obviously, I mean, them winning the division is much more important.
And that 0 in the hit column remains, and Burns remains on the ground. And now will struggle to get up, and he walks off under his own power. 7 no-hit innings for Corbin Burns. No runs for either team. We go to the 8th. And we had it right on this man.
Well, you picked the right guy. I mean, he was on, and he's been on pretty much all year. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 9 strikeouts. Another unbelievable performance by Garrett Cole.
Peralta comes on. First pitch, Caratini grounds out to short. 1 away. You feel for Cole not getting a decision, but the way the Cy Young is decided now, all the other numbers, he just really improved his standing in the Cy Young. He added 7 innings. He lowered his ERA to under 2.80. So I think he enhanced the Cy Young credentials, even if he doesn't get a win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, he's put up 13 wins. We said this will be his 23rd start with 2 or less earned runs without a decision or a win.
Amazing.
And just think where he would be if with constant run support.
Two 2-0 to Turang.
Wow, we're getting attacked up here by the Doves. Or pigeons. What are those things here in the Bronx?
I was just looking for Alfred Hitchcock. I think we call them white doves.
What?
No, we call them Bronx doves.
Bronx doves.
Yeah.
Right. They're a little tougher than the regular doves.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're really pigeons, but in the Bronx they're considered doves. There are doves. 3-1. And Turang works a walk. To the displeasure of Wandy Peralta. Hey, Thursday Night Football on Prime is back. Week 2. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings head to Philly, take on Jalen Hurts and the NFC champion Eagles. It's only on Thursday. It's only on Prime.
Well, there's been some good games to start off the year. Now it's another one on Thursday night.
Pitch to Taylor is low.
Big Giants Cowboys tonight.
That's right.
Jets tomorrow night. Wow.
Fly ball, shallow right. Backing up is Gleyber Torres, makes the play for the second out. Here's Sal Frelick. No one up in the bullpen for Milwaukee. But Matt Blake comes out. You mentioned the fact that Burns is pitching a no-hitter. If it was 20 years ago, I totally agree with you.
Right.
I don't think it matters anymore because, first of all, Milwaukee's in a pennant race.
Right.
That's the most important thing. He's one of their most important pitchers. And he's already had a no-hitter in his career combined with somebody else. So that's just the way it works. But it looks like they will have him throw the 8th inning.
Yeah, and if you're Craig Counsell, you kind of look at the stress he's been under. He hasn't been a stress.
No.
He hasn't had a lot of full counts. He has not had a lot of balls fouled off. I mean, he's stayed with his game plan. He has not had to change anything.
Well, Paulie's had 6 1-2-3 innings. The only struggle he had was in the 5th with 2 walks.
He had 1 inning. Yeah, in the 6th he had 23 pitches. Other than that, I mean, it's been a breeze for him.
Buzzed him upstairs.
Well, you tell yourself over and over again, stay in there off the lefty, and then you see a pitch like this.
There's a strike, 2-1 on Frelick. Frelick was 0 for 3 against Cole. Soft ground ball. Gleyber Torres will get Frelick, and that will do it. Here in the 8th, Milwaukee strands 1. Yankees looking for their first hit in the bottom of the 8th. Well, there's your story. Corbin Burnes pitching a no-hitter through 7. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's thrown 96 pitches. And he'll start the 8th by facing Anthony Volpe. 0-1. 3 hits in the game, all by Milwaukee. 2 singles and a double. Waved at that one, 0-2. Abner Uribe warming for Milwaukee. Saw him on Friday night. Nothing, bottom of the 8th inning. Did he go? No, he did not, according to James Hoy. Hoy feeling generous.
Yeah, I thought from the first eye that, he did go, but, got a break there.
And he strikes out looking. 1 away here in the 8th.
Well, Burnes has not busted guys in much. Everything's been cutters away, sliders away. All of a sudden, that you see a fastball in, you're just not ready for it.
Here's Everson Pereira, one of the 2 base runners the Yankees have had. They had 2 walks in the 5th, 1 to Stanton and 1 to Pereira. Pitch outside. 1-0. Grounded to third, Monasterio. Paul, what are you seeing from Burnes today?
Well, he has done exactly what the scouting report. It's been cutter after cutter, away. Had a good curveball. Hernandez behind the plate has given him a couple off the plate, but he has just been consistent by getting ahead and not using the middle of the plate.
So 2 down. Here's Oswaldo Cabrera.
Out.
Pop foul and out of play.
If you break him down, 18 out of 26 first pitch strikes. So he's pitched ahead for the most part.
0-2. double-barreled action as Chafin joins Uribe. Two lefties, 7 righties in the bullpen. One and two. Cabrera was not in the original lineup. He replaced Dominguez after Dominguez was scratched with inflammation in the right elbow. 2 and 2.
I know it's September, Mike, when you have the opportunity to call some people up. But did you ever see the day that, or think you'd see the day where there's 9 people in the bullpen? Huh?
3 and 2 on Oswaldo. If they were allowed, they'd have more.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Especially the teams that are involved in, these playoff races. You want as many bullets as you can out of that bullpen.
Here's the payoff. Pop foul the other way and out of play. Those are the names in the bullpen, and we have not seen Devin Williams and his tantalizing changeup, the airbender.
The airbender. When you get a pitch, one of your pitches gets a nickname, it must be pretty good, huh?
Strike 3. Cabrera down looking. 1-2-3 inning for Corbin Burns, and he is no-hitting the Yankees through 8, but to no avail for him because the Brewers haven't scored either. We go to the 9th. Nothing. In part by Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile on a brand new Hyundai. By family selection at Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts. Visit PalladiumHotelGroup.com today. And by Suffolk Credit Union, empowering your possible. Kind of a hazy, humid day here in New York. Greg Counsell has a little bit of a decision to make as Corbin Burns has pitched 8 no-hit innings. Will he send him out there for the 9th? He's got a pitch count of 109. Yankees bring in Clay Holmes, and he faces Contreras and deals outside. All right, so he's at 110 right now. His career high is 115. That was in his combined no-hitter in 2021. He did that in 8 innings. And then Josh Hader pitched the 9th. So will he let him come out and pitch the 9th inning with 110 pitches under his belt? A lot of it could do with this, Paul. Think about this. If they don't score here, why would you have him come out and pitch? Because he'd have to pitch the 10th inning to get the no-hitter too. So he's not going to pitch 2 more innings. As Contreras down on strike. By the way, he is at 109. His season high is 110. So, again, if they don't score here, I don't think it makes any sense to have them come out and pitch tonight.
I agree. Again, you don't qualify for a no-hitter unless the game is ended in a win,
right?
Or ended. So to think that he could go through the 9th and the 10th to accomplish a no-hitter, that's a little outrageous.
Santana with a soft ground ball to first, 2-away. Yankee fans come out to Yankee Stadium for the final home series of the regular season on Friday, September 22nd. Yankees take on the Diamondbacks, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a Yankees fleece vest courtesy of the New York Yankees MasterCard. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. So 2 down. Here's Mark Canha against Clay Holmes. Pitch upstairs. Garrett Cole, 7 shutout innings. Wandy Peralta, scoreless 8th, and now Holmes comes on in the 9th. He has 2 quick outs. Canha's 0 for 3. Count 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2, right under their hands. Nasty pitch, 95 miles an hour. Holmes ready to pitch. Canna said, wait, let's take a moment. Grounded foul. Up for the Yankees in the ninth, 9-1-2 in their order. Rortvedt, LeMahieu, and Judge. Strike three. Canna down looking. 1-2-3 inning for Clay Holmes. Well, the Yankees will try for their first hit and a run to win the game in the bottom of the ninth inning. 0-0. This is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Well, Corbin Burns' day is done. Devin Williams comes on. You see his numbers. They're extraordinary. Not a safe situation. Now, let me tell you how special Corbin Burns was. The last time a pitcher had 8 innings or more of no-hit ball against the Yankees, you have to go back to 1958 when Hoyt Wilhelm did it in Baltimore. Now, the Yankees have had no-hitters thrown against them since then, but there have been multiple pitcher no-hitters by the Astros. In 2003, 6 guys did it. 2022, 3 Astros did it. But Corbin Burns, 8 no-hit innings, and now Devin Williams will try to put another 0 up on the board and send us into extra innings. Jake Bauers pinch hitting for Rortvedt. Now Williams features one of the best pitches in baseball. His changeup is known as the airbender. Since 2021, among relievers with 150 or more innings, he has the lowest opponent's batting average against. That's 160. The 0-1. 0-2 on Bauers. Yankees have lost 3 straight trying to snap this losing streak. It's 0-0, bottom of the ninth inning. Still looking for their first hit. Swing and a tip into the glove of Caratini. 1 away.
Well, you wanted to see it, Michael. You just saw 3 in a row. That changeup, and boy, the last one was the nastiest one. Dropped off the table.
See, Weimer's come into play. Center. Frelick has moved over to right field. Close. So here is DJ LeMahieu. He was 0 for 3 against Burns. And a strike. So his fastball 94. Williams' 5th big league season, 28 years old. One and one. Tommy Kahnle up for the Yankees. And ready for the 10th inning. Two and one. Aaron Judge is on deck. Williams second among relievers in ERA in the majors. First in opponent's average against, opponent slugging. Second in strikeout percentage. The 2-1. Ground ball to third. Monasterio in the dirt. Picked by Santana. 2 away here in the ninth.
Tell you what, the Milwaukee pitchers are making it look easy. Burns. Now Williams.
Well, Aaron Judge has the ability to break up the no-hitter and send everybody home with 1 swing. As he digs in, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 0-0. So his fastball 94, his changeup 82.
82 low out of the strike zone for strike one.
One and one. Careful with Judge in the count, 2-1. Now, you've told me this before, Paul. Even though you know the guy throws mostly changeups, you would not sit change.
Yeah, you just can't do it. I mean, it goes against everything I did as a hitter. There are a lot of hitters that will look certain pitches, but with 2 strikes, you just got to look for the baseball.
2-2. Count is full at 3-2. Crowd over 40,000 getting loud. And the payoff. Swing and a miss. Judge down on strikes. And the Yankees have been no hit over 9 innings, but the game is not over as we go to extras. Devin Williams works a 1-2-3 inning and a relief of Burns. Still no hit for the Yankees. We go to the 10th. Play of the game, and this is on Carlos Santana. This is the best play defensively for Milwaukee.
But it didn't mean many of them. Right there, Santana makes a great diving catch, but you never knew what it was going to save. Well, no hits. That happened in the 3rd inning, and after that, there was not anything hit hard by the Yankees.
So the Yankee offense has just gone silent over the last 4 games, including this one, and now Tommy Kahnle will try to keep it right here at 0-0. The only thing keeping the Yankees afloat is their pitching has been excellent as well today. Garrett Cole, 3 hits over 7 innings, and a scoreless 8th by Wandy, a scoreless 9th by Clay Holmes, and now Tommy Kahnle comes on to pitch the 10th inning, and Adames will be first. And a strike. Of course, we're in extra innings, so Mark Weimer, who took over for him, takes over at second base as the ghost runners to start the 10th. One and one. Now, just watching Milwaukee play these 3 games, Paul, you almost got the feeling that they're going to move that runner over to third somehow.
Yeah, I just, earlier was starting to talk about the fundamentals of this team, because there's really no just like glaring star that sticks out. They've got good pitching. They're very aggressive on the base pass. Obviously, if you took Yelich out of the lineup, he's capable of doing some things offensively, but there's no superstars. They just look like a good, solid team that plays the game every single day, and you have to really compliment the management and the team itself about how they go about winning.
So 3-1 with a runner at second. 3-2. Now, playing base-to-base ball like that, moving the runner to third, that's not really the perfect way to go about it in extra innings, because then the Yankees could tie it in the bottom of the inning because they get a runner at second base as well. So we'll see exactly what they do. And now a walk to Adames. Now the bunt could come into play.
Yeah, I think it's much better chance here now because you can move 2 runners over and a base hit will score 2. But again, when you're on the road, you have to assume that you got to put a team away because they get last licks.
So Weimer is at second. Adames is at first. Yankees are in at the corners expecting a bunt from Monasterio. We're in the 10th inning, 0-0, and that's the sidebar. The main story is the Yankees over 9 innings have been no hit by Milwaukee pitching. The old inside move to chase Weimer back to second.
Also to see if you would give away if you're bunting. And I was watching Monasterio at the plate, did not move his hands either way, so kind of knew what was going on.
Not bunting. He takes a strike.
With DJ LeMahieu, almost like Rizzo used to do, way in on the infield grass. Still expecting a bunt, but didn't look like anything was coming on that first pitch.
Still not bunting and takes a strike. He put himself in an 0-2 hole. Never showed bunt. So now with 2 strikes, that bunt's off, if it ever was on.
Well, he tricked the defense, Michael. He just got himself 0-2 is the only problem.
Ground ball. Let's see if they turn 2. There's one on to first. It's a double play.
Boy, a good job by Canley to keep the ball on the ground, and the Yankees turn this really well. Monasterio runs pretty well. And a big double play for the Yankees.
So here's Caratini with a runner at third base and 2 outs.
You always think about that play right there, and you think, is Counsell over on the dugout thinking, man, I should have bunted. Should have put the bunt on.
Oh and 1. Caratini, one of the 3 hits in the game, a single right against Cole in the second, fly ball to center and a ground ball to short. Uribe likely to pitch the bottom of the 10th.
I was wondering if they would have kept Williams in if they got the lead. He hasn't thrown in a week. If he would go to 2 innings to his closer, but obviously if it's a tie game, Uribe's up.
4 men left on base by Milwaukee, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position today. And the 0-2. Dribbled slowly at the first baseline, but it kicks foul. Higashioka behind the plate. Remember, Vortvedt got pinch hit for it. Inning, runner at third base. That's the inherited runner, the ghost runner, the Manfred man, whatever you'd like to call it. And the 0-2. Grounded to first. Check this out. You know how easy it is for the Yankees to win and get no hit? Runner at second, bunt, sack fly, game is over. Stay tuned to see if it happens. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Line to increase mental health awareness and access to support. For free 24/7 and confidential support in English and Spanish, text MLB to 741-741. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Aaron Judge will be the runner that starts up at second base in the 10th. Abner Uribe will come on. Now, how about this stat? In the history of baseball, There have been walk-off hits to break up a no-hitter just twice. In 1959, Harvey Haddix was perfect through 12. Then an error, a bunt, an intentional walk, and Joe Adcock walked off with a double. Then in 2017, Rich Hill of the Dodgers at the Pirates, no-hitter through 9. Josh Harrison then a leadoff home run. So it can be done again for the third time in baseball history here at Yankee Stadium. Leading off is Gleyber Torres. And Uribe takes a strike. Judge at second. Bottom of the 10th. 0-0. 1-1. Yankees have had 2 base runners. Both walks. Every other inning has been 1, 2, 3. Those walks came in the 5th. 2-1. Now we saw Monasterio bang into that double play. He did not have a sacrifice fly the entire season, so I'm sure Counsell knew something that maybe the rest of us were guessing. Fouled away, 2-2. Strike 3. Torres down looking. Well, stay tuned after the final out for today's WB Mason Yankees postgame. Get analysis from the studio and player reaction from the clubhouse, plus Aaron Boone on the manager's report and a look ahead to the series with the Red Sox, which starts tomorrow night. Judge at second. 1 man out, bottom of the 10th. Here's Stanton. Uribe throws hard, 100 miles an hour on the black.
And it is not straight. It's not the 4-seam variety. A 2-seamer with movement at 100. I don't think any of the hitters would think that shadows would come into play today, Michael, when this game started. But right now, you know, you got some pretty bright sunshine with the hitter at the plate in the shadows.
One and 2 on Stanton. Uribe deals. 2-2.
Caratini has had 2 good blocks. And it's so important. You don't think anything about it because the Yankee hitters haven't done anything here, but easily Aaron Judge could be sitting at third base.
And the 2-2. Did he go? Well, in my count, it's 3-2. And Stanton's head, that was ball 4. He just tossed away the bat and his glove. Now he's going to have to pick it up and put it on again. And it is 3-2.
The ball clearly away, and it really did look like he held up on the swing. Did everything right, but remember the count, huh, Michael?
And he decided not to put on his guard on his leg. Didn't want to take the time, and now he's back in the batter's box. Time is called by Stanton. Runner at second base, 1 man out, bottom of the 10th. Yankees do not have a hit over 9 1/3 innings. There's ball 4. So first and second, and that'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Well, IKF has been one of the better hitters with runners in scoring position for the Yankees this year. Big opportunity for him. Kind of a spot start now with all the young kids coming up. IKF in the lineup today with a big opportunity for a walk-off.
Judge at second, Stanton's at first. Conifalef at the plate against Abner Uribe. One and 0. Waved at that one. This game obviously means so much for Milwaukee in the middle of a pennant race for the Yankees. They're trying to avoid the ignominious fate of being no hit here at Yankee Stadium. Have a chance to win the game here in the bottom of the 10th inning. '99 on the corner, 1-2. Nick Ramirez heating up for the Yankees. And the 1-2. Strike three. Conifalef down looking. He thought it was high.
Yeah, I think it was high and wide also. I mean, this is just a bad pitch to be called out on in a huge situation. Ball up and away. Angel, I thought we'd talk about you today, huh?
101 too.
Yeah.
Well, now Anthony Volpe steps in. He's 0 for 3. Fly ball, right center field. Anybody going to get there? The catch is made.
Wow.
Oh, what a catch by Frelick to end the inning and keep the no-hitter alive as he slams into Weimer. What a defensive play by Frelick.
I mean, game on the line, fighting for a pennant race, bloody lip and all. I mean to tell you, this is some kind of play. Ouch, he got an elbow. Weimer got an elbow right to the mouth.
And oh, by the way, he saves a no-hitter as we go to the 11th. Wow. Paul, you've been there, you've done that. That's a tough catch to make.
Well, great plays are always fun to watch, but put into perspective where this play is made. I mean, this is a game-saving. Here's a team that's fighting to win a division, 4 games up now. Weimer took the brunt of everything. Uribe loves it. What a tremendous play to keep this game going.
Nick Ramirez takes over for the Yankees. Caratini is the runner at second. Well, we heard come into the series that Frelick is kind of wild out there. He doesn't care about his body, throws his body at everything, and threw his body at a no-hitter and saved it.
Wow, I mean, we've seen him in center field, then he moves over to right field. It doesn't matter where.
Turang tries to bunts foul. Oh, you're right, Paul, because they made that move to move Frelick from center to right and bring in Weimer in center, and that, I don't know if kind of makes that play.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know that too many people do make that play. That was a great play.
The 0-1. There's the Yankee bench. Hoping it gets down. Thinks it's the end of the game. And boy, does that encapsulate the 2023 season. 1-2. He gets the runner over with a ground ball to first as Caratini moves to third.
Again, you get back to the fundamentals of baseball. I mean, as a left-handed hitter, you're behind in the count, but look, he got all the way around this ball, weakly hit it to the right side, but got the job done, moving the runner over. And, you know, the Yankees did not do that. Glaber looked like he was trying to pull the ball last inning, ended up striking out.
Yankees bring the infield in. There's always been stories of like that great play that saves a no-hitter or a perfect game, and usually they come somewhere like Mickey made a great running play early in the game and Don Larson's perfect game. Dwayne Wise saved Mark Burley's perfect game, but that saves a no-hitter. That play right there saved the game because that would have ended it on a walk-off. Which was the perfect game that you made a nice play? Was it Wells or Cone?
Wells, I caught the last out, but,
no, but
David Cone early
Combs
in the game.
Yes.
Yep.
So infield in, runner at third base, 1-2 count on Tyrone Taylor. And the pitch. Foul back. On what started as just an awful day has now turned into a lovely late afternoon here on this Sunday in New York. The sun is shining. Shadows are probably affecting play just a bit. Batter in the shade and the pitcher in the sunlight. That one is lined into center field. It's a base hit. There's the first run of the game as Caratini scores. Taylor picks up an RBI single, and Milwaukee leads 1-0.
Well, Taylor's been kind of a thorn in the side of the Yankees this series. Big home run yesterday off Loaizaga, and now a big base hit to drive in the game's first run. Again, just let the ball travel a little bit so you can elevate it, get that runner in from third.
There's Frelick, the man who sent this game to the 11th inning with that great play in right center. He's 0 for 4 today. Kid out of Boston College. Soft ground ball. They get the force at second. That's all they get.
Oh, he got the lead runner, and that was a tough play because he kind of had to underhand shovel it, and a lot of times you can't get enough on that throw. Taylor, good speed at first base, made it close at second.
Well, if you look ahead to the bottom of the 11th, Volpe will start the inning at second base. Then it's 7, 8, and 9. Pereira, Cabrera, and Higashioka. Here's Contreras. And there's a strike. Milwaukee won, the Yankees nothing. 11th inning. Ground ball and past the diving Cabrera into left field. A base hit for Contreras. And Frelick moves to second. You know, we're talking about great plays that saved no-hitters, perfect games. Here's the Dwayne Wise catch, Paul. This is one of the greatest.
Yeah, and this was in the 9th. I mean, it wasn't early in the game, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he was a defensive replacement.
Yes, he was.
Going in for this. What a way to replace the center fielder with a play like that.
So first and second with 2 out, and here's Carlos Santana. A strike from Ramirez. Ramirez, the 5th Yankee pitcher. Cole started 7 shutout innings. Peralta, Holmes, Canely, all with scoreless relief innings. And now Nick Ramirez here in the 11th. Backdoor and breaking ball strike. Changeup actually 0-2. They're telling Ramirez to kick the rosin bag down toward the backside of the mound so the hitter can't see it. Two and two on Santana. High fly ball. Right center. IKF makes the play, and that'll do it. So Milwaukee takes the lead. We go to the bottom of the 11th. 1-0 Brewers. This week in baseball play you saw all the time. This is in 1982. Lynn, Downing converge, and Lynn makes the play. Didn't say the no-hitter, but it made Mel Allen excited on this week in baseball.
I remember that. Remember getting up on Saturday morning, watching Bugs Bunny, and then it would turn into, early afternoon this week in baseball.
Well, in the history of baseball, there have been only 4 extra inning no-hitters. All of them have been 10 innings. None of them have ever been an 11-inning no-hitter, and that's what Milwaukee's trying to do now. Yoel Piamps will take over. Anthony Volpe starts at second base. Yankees have been no-hit through 10. And here is Everson Pereira. The extra inning no-hitters: Hooks Wiltse in 1908, Fred Toney in 1917, Jim Maloney in 1965, Francisco Cordova in 1997. Those were the starters. The 1-0. Soft ground ball. Shortstop. One away as Volpe moves to third.
Wow. Volpe got a great jump, and thank goodness, because this ball wasn't hit hard enough. But usually you freeze anything to the right of you. And watch, he almost went on contact. A little jam shot. Adames knew he didn't have time.
How weird is this, Paul? In a no-hitter, the Brewers have to bring the infield in because the tying runs at third base.
Yeah.
Here's Cabrera. And a strike. One and one on Oswaldo. Line down the right field line. It is a base hit. The first hit for the Yankees. Volpe scores. Going to second is Cabrera. He'll make it. Breaks up the no-hitter. Breaks up the shutout. Keeps the Yankees alive 1-1.
A little slider, and he just stayed on it, and he kept it fair. Great swing. Cabrera, you really root for it to really kind of salvage his season by getting hot here in the last month. Volpe sees it, reads it.
So now the Yankees can win this game. Here's Higashioka. Foul back. So 10 1/3 innings of being no hit. And finally a run. And finally a hit in that box. A game-tying double for Cabrera, scoring Volpe. Oh and 2. Yankees trying to salvage the final game of this 3-game set. They start a road trip tomorrow in Boston. And the 0-2. 1 and 2. Strike 3, Higashioka. Down looking.
Well, again, a lot of these pitches off the outside corner have been called strikes today. This is another one. Big situation. Kind of takes the bat out of Higgy's hands.
So here is DJ LeMahieu.
Payamps really likes to throw that breaking ball away, and it kind of feeds into the bread and butter of DJ LeMahieu wanting to take the ball to right field.
One and 2 with Judge on deck. Cabrera leads off second. 2 men out. Bottom of the 11th. 1-1 game. Now 2-2 count. Brewers have 5 hits. Yankees have 1. The game is knotted at 1. Everybody on the Brewers thought that was strike 3. They took a step toward the Brewer dugout, but it's a 3-2 count.
Well, this is a pitch that's been called all day, thinking just off outside corner that you're going to get the call.
Payamps steals. And there's a walk as LeMahieu passes the baton to Judge. Aaron 0 for 4 in this game. 2 strikeouts, 2 ground balls to third. And how about this? They intentionally walk him. They'd rather pitch to Gleyber Torres.
Well, they're going to load the bases up. You get a force at every base, easier outs, but also a lot of pressure on the pitcher to throw strikes now.
You surprised by that move? Because Torres has been pretty hot.
I am. And Aaron Judge doesn't leave the strike zone much, but you could try. Maybe if you get behind 2-0, you make this move. But yeah, I am a little surprised.
And one other thing you do is you open yourself up to a ball that gets away from Caratini and the game is over. You've moved that runner to third base. And there is no place to put the runner, so he's forced to throw strikes. And he just walked about it. So the pitching coach, Chris Hook, comes out and talks with Piamps. And as you saw, Gleyber is the Yankees' walk-off specialist, 8 in his career.
If you watch Piamp throughout this inning, everything's been away. The breaking ball away, fastball away. So if you're Gleyber, you got to really look out over the plate and not look to pull, especially early in the count.
Gleyber is 0 for 4 in this one. Struck out twice. Bases loaded. Yankees with a chance to win. Big cut. 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. Well, the Yankees have foiled the no-hitter, now trying to foil the sweep. Up the middle. And the catch is made by the second baseman, Turang, and he steps on the bag to end the inning and send the game to the 11th. So Council's strategy works out as Torres grounds out, and we go to the 11th, tied at 1. Matchup against the Mystics. Stream the game live on the Yes app or watch an encore presentation following the Yankees post-game on Yes. So we go to the 12th inning. The no-hitter is gone. Now who wins the game? It's 1-1. Nick Ramirez out for his second inning of work. Santana starts the inning at second base. You know what it came down to for Council, Paul? I'm not letting Aaron Judge beat me.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they probably went through a meeting and he stuck to his guns and said, you know what, if Aaron Judge is the guy we're not going to let beat us, we'll walk bases loaded and make somebody else do it. You know what's amazing to me, Michael? We are in the top of the 12th, and we're not at 3 hours.
Yeah.
Huh?
So here's Weimer, who is on the receiving end of the catch made by Frelick. And now he lines one into left field, the base hit. Santana will score easily. Weimer motoring into second with an RBI double. And now Milwaukee leads 2-1 in the 12th.
Well, Weimer, big hit, just changed places at second base. Ball down, he stayed with it. He just hammers it down the left field line. A lot of movement in the bat. The boy hit the barrel right there. And if you come to think about it, Michael, that second run is the big one in these extra innings, because you start off with a man on second, very easy to tie it back up, only scoring 1.
And the pitch to Adames is a strike. As I look toward right center field, Paul, the catch by Frelick where he ran into the wall and ran into Weimer knocked out half the scoreboard.
Yeah, there you go. Just added to how good the play was. I was just thinking of that play. I mean, Aaron Judge on second base, so you're not playing no doubles. You're not playing deep, which even makes it a tougher play because it was a line drive hit off Volpe's bat.
Popped up and out of play. Missed with that one. 2-2. Did he go? No. You realize what a couple of injuries could mean to a bullpen. Losing Middleton has really hurt the Yankees. Losing Hamilton has really hurt the Yankees. It's shortened their bullpen where on certain days they just don't have enough if their starter doesn't give them length. Now, the starter did give them length today, but we're in the 12th inning. That's why Nick Ramirez is in, because they've used their high leverage arms. Peralta, Holmes, and Canely, and they've used Loizaga a bit too much lately, so they don't want to go to him.
Yep.
High fly ball. Fairly deep center. ICAF makes the play. Tagging is Weimer. He'll move to third. ICAF battling a pretty tough sun there.
Yeah, it's even worse in left center field. Obviously, he's got his glasses on. Didn't have much of an issue, but Adames has really shown that he can handle that ball away. Good job of getting a runner over, and again, the Yankees bring the infield in to try to save the second run.
Here is Monasterio. 1-0. One.
If you saw that, Michael, but Weimer was halfway down the line on his way, so it looks that Counsell has gone with the contact play. Anything put in play, you're going to have to make a good throw to the plate.
How's Weimer's lip looking right now?
Probably looked better than it feels. I mean, he took an elbow to it, but
not too bad. Not swollen. Fouled away.
Well, I don't know if they've got a new approach or what, Michael. We talked about their strikeout rate, but you just have not seen it in this series. So they continue to reach out, poke, foul off pitches.
Two and two on Monasterio. And the pitch. I mean, we look over the right field grandstand right now, and there's blue skies.
Yep.
So we are not weathermen. Never would have predicted that.
Nor is the weather app correct.
Yes.
Because we had it raining all day.
Boy, we've seen this the whole series, and Paul just brought it up. They don't strike out. They just keep staying alive.
It was a good movie, wasn't it?
It was a good movie.
The second Saturday Night Fever, right?
Oh, it was on the Saturday Night Fever movie. Well, I think the sequel was Staying Alive. Yeah. That wasn't that great. Couldn't top the first. 3-2. Horn to the box. It was outside.
Yeah, again, that pitch has been called. Kind of flip of a coin out there.
Continuing to battle. Still 3-2. 12th inning, 2-1 Milwaukee. Andrew Chafin is up.
But it looks like Monasterio, it feels like he cannot get beat inside, so he's able to foul off those pitches away, knowing that he can get to the fastball inside, which he just hammered a couple pitches ago. Foul.
Fly ball into left center field. Pereira on the run makes a catch. Tagging is Weimer. He will score. It's a sac fly for Monasterio, and that was the 2-run lead we were talking about. 3-1 Milwaukee.
Well, you talk about a quality about 11 pitches and a lot of foul balls. And again, I think he was just hanging over the plate, knowing that he was not going to get beat inside. He could handle everything away and drive that run in.
And a strike to Caratini. Oh, 2 on Milwaukee's catcher. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. But Milwaukee scores 2, and the Yankees have to rally to keep this alive in the bottom of the 12th.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Sal Frelick, I mean, we talked about his defensive, but where you put this play, a no-hitter, tie game, knock out your center fielder, but still make the play, that's definitely your play of the game.
Blood on the lip, but a smile on his face. And Frelick saved this one. And now Milwaukee has a chance to win it and sweep. And also, the Yankees are on the precipice of doing something that it's not something to be proud of. They've lost 7 straight extra inning games, Paul, since May 31st. The longest streak in franchise history is 8. They did it from August 30th of 1939 to July 6th of 1940. That includes a tie in there. And then 8 from July 3rd to September 28th in 2011. This would be their 8th straight extra inning loss if they don't rally. So Andrew Chafin is in. Stanton, IKF, and Volpe coming up. Torres is the runner at second. Off the end of the bat foul. One and one.
Michael, you come into New York for a 3-game series, and your bullpen throws 12 2/3 of 1 unearned run. That usually bodes pretty well.
Well, the Cubs held off the Diamondbacks 5-2 to take the Sunday game. Put some pressure on Milwaukee. High fly ball. Deep right center. Going back. Weimer. Track. Wall. See ya. A tie game. A 2-run home run by Stanton. And the Yankees will not go quietly.
Well, Michael, get comfortable. We're not done. Big G shoots one to dead center field. Let's see how long this could go.
IKF takes a strike.
See, I intentionally jinxed the bullpen. Like I just said how good they were.
You've got power.
See that?
Just like Stanton. His 401st career home run, his 23rd of the year. The Yankees trying to avoid their 8th straight extra inning loss. So now it's tied at 3. Strike 3. IKF down looking.
Speed pitch up in the strike zone. Does he know where it's heading?
So here is Anthony Volpe. He tried to end it in the 10th. He was foiled by Frelick.
And his level swing, a little bit, a spinner, an off speed, which kind of speeds his bat up. It doesn't matter where he hits it when he squares it up. Center field, right field, left field, just does not matter.
Volpe is 0 for 4. 3-0. A strike to Volpe, 3-1. Three and 2. 11 games with the Brewers, and Chafin has an 8.68 ERA before that home run. He was traded at the deadline for the 3rd time in 4 years. This one from Arizona to Milwaukee for Peter Strzelecki. Three-2. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes.
Well, he challenged him 3-1, and he got a good pitch, and then he went to a breaking ball. Volpe swung right over top of it. Good location, down and in on a righty.
Just called up today. We might see him. We will see him if there is a 13th. Pereira with a fly ball center field. And the catch is made by Weimer. And we move to the 13th. Stanton with a 2-run home run keeps the Yankees alive. And we go to the 13th inning in a wild and wacky game here at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Catch a new episode of Home Plate New York with my broadcast partner Paul O'Neill. Watch as the Warrior joins Chef Marcus Samuelson at Alba's in Port Chester to make and sample some delicious Italian fare. Stream the new episode anytime on the Yes app.
I could use a little of that Italian fare right now, Michael. Huh?
Anthony Misevich comes on for the Yankees. And the inherited runner is Caratini. So this season with Arizona and Detroit, this is his 4th big league season. Pitched for Seattle, KC, Arizona, Detroit, and the Yankees are his 3rd team this year. 7 games in Arizona, 1 game in Detroit. The Yankees picked him up as a waiver claim from Detroit in July. The Yankees didn't like what they saw from Crook yesterday and from Marinaccio, so they sent them both down after 1 game.
You know, you talk about some of the injuries, Michael, that has made the bullpen a little shorter, and you kind of scratch your head because all of a sudden Marinaccio, who was one of the guys you really trusted, is not able to get outs at the major league level now.
There's a strike. 3-1 on Bryce Turang. Well, 13 innings ties the Yankees' longest game since the Manfred Man rule started in 2020. They had a win in Chicago against the Cubs and a loss at Seattle in 2022. Both of those in 2022.
Manfred Man, I was a little blinded by the light. I think he stole it from Bruce Springsteen.
Well, no, I think it's the other way around.
Is that right?
No. Bruce wrote it. Manfred Mann recorded it first.
We got it all figured out.
Yes. Who's going to get it? Volpe does. You know, they initiated that rule because they didn't want long extra inning games. Well, the Yankees and the Brewers are saying, hold my beer.
We're going to play a while anyway. The weather's gotten so good, they don't want to leave.
Well, why not? Here's Tyrone Taylor. And there's a strike. The 0-1. 0-2. And the pitch. 1-2 on Tyrone Taylor. Still 2-2. Grounded to third. Cabrera gets Taylor 2-away. You want to look ahead to the bottom of the 13th. Everson Pereira will start it off at second base. And that'll be Cabrera, Higashioka, and LeMahieu. And Hobie Milner will pitch. Frelick checks the swing. We are here in the 13th inning because of Mr. Frelick's great catch on Anthony Volpe. That would have ended the game.
Well, another big opportunity. You get through this inning without allowing this run to score. You know, you're giving the Yankees a huge advantage to try to walk this off.
Two and one on Frelick. Three-one on Frelick. Cole started 7 shutout innings. Brilliant as always. Peralta, Holmes, Canely, Nick Ramirez for a couple of innings. And now Misevich. And the lefty deals. 3-2. Frelick is 0 for 5 today. Just miss.
Boy, that was a good matchup. The Savage lefty on lefty. Now you've got Contreras coming up. He's been swinging the bat extremely well.
All right, so Paul, you started a firestorm, so let's put it out.
Right.
Okay. Blinded by the Light was written by Bruce. It was on Greetings from Asbury Park, that album.
Okay.
3 years later, it was recorded by the British rock band Manfred Mann. Reached #1 in the United States. Not for Bruce, but for Manfred Mann.
Exactly.
All right.
You know, when you're as big and good as Bruce, you can just lend a song out, let them have a #1. You just go on with your business.
And you'll be okay.
Plenty, yeah. He's fine.
Jack Curry's all over this. He's sending me billboard notes. So here's Contreras. My son picked a great day to go to work with Dad, huh?
You know what? I've had a blast with Charlie today, though. And you know what? You can tell he's a baseball fan because he's still locked in back there.
Yeah, he's still locked in. And that one gets past Higashioka, allowing the runners to move up.
Boy, how one pitch changes things. All of a sudden, you're thinking about getting out of this inning without giving up a run. And now a base hit scores 2. You talk about a big time in this game. We've had a few of them. You know, when you play 13, Michael, the old adage is, you know, 2 or 3 things can happen throughout the game to dictate the outcome. When you play 13, you get past 2 or 3, right?
Jason Lane, the third base coach for the Brewers, is in one of the outie circles, so a hard line drive off the bat of Contreras. He's in trouble. One-two. Right back to Misevich. And that'll do it here in the 13th. A scoreless 13th. Milwaukee leaves 2. Yankees have a chance to walk it off. Stay tuned. Inning with a chance to win it. Anthony Volpe with a drive to right center. Great play by Frelick. We go to the 11th inning and a big base hit there by Taylor to give the Brewers a 1-0 lead. But then the no-hitter is broken up and the shutout is broken up, and the Yankees tie the game 1-1 on the Cabrera double. In the 12th, well, big hit by Weimer as he scores 1. Another one scores as well. But in the bottom of the inning in the 12th, Stanton goes, I want more baseball. A 2-run home run. It's 3-3 as we head to the bottom of the 13th. And the Yankees will start off the inning, of course, with a runner on second. That's Everson Pereira. And it'll be 8-9-1 in the Yankees order against Hobie Milner. Now, because they don't score, the Yankees can play small ball. And Cabrera tried to bunt, missed. They say he didn't offer, so it's 1-0. He had that big RBI double in the 11th inning. The first Yankee hit. Fouls that one off.
And this is a place where, you know, Aaron Boone says get it done. Any way you want to do it, whether hitting the ball on the right side or bunting, anything you want to do, but get the runner over. See Cabrera kind of jab at that bunt a little bit.
Yankees trying to win it, the 13th. Pereira leads off second. And another foul ball. So with 2 strikes, what do you think, Paul? They lift it now?
I would think so. I mean, he's coming off a huge hit down the right field line. At this point, you still try to stay to the right side of the infield. If you get jammed, so what? Try to move him over anyway.
And he strikes out. Just a wasted at bat there as Cabrera goes down swinging. Runner stays at second base.
We talked about Milner the other day and his awkward delivery, and it just makes it kind of tough. I assumed he was coming in there when Chapin came in. I'm sure it's not the matchup that the Brewers really wanted with Stanton against a lefty.
And also, Milner has gone on record as saying that the most imposing batter to face in the entire big league would be Giancarlo Stanton. Faced each other one time. Stanton hit a home run against him at Tampa Bay. Milner was on MLB Network this week, and he was asked if he could have a skill to steal from a big leaguer, what would it be? He said Tim Wakefield's knuckleball.
Oh, wow.
Two and one on Higashioka.
You give me a lot of guesses, and I would have never come up with that one. Huh?
It's out there. Brewers bullpen in the series has been extraordinary. 3-1 on Higashioka. LeMahieu is on deck. Oh, strike. Changeup on the outside corner, 3-2.
Another borderliner, but I like the idea of Higgy trying to take a pitch. I mean, Milner having a little problem with those kind of mechanics. He could lose his control. And now 3-2, obviously, try to drive this winning run in.
Matt Blake on the phone to Mike Harkey in the bullpen with Masevich pitch the 14th. If there is a 14th, the Yankees trying to avoid that at all costs. Three-two. Drilled to left field and deep. Going back is Taylor. It's over his head, and the Yankees will win the game. Everson Pereira scores. It's a walk-off hit for Higashioka. And the wildest, strangest Sunday afternoon, the Yankees go from being no hit for 10 in the third innings to walking off with a victory.
Wow, what a fun game to be part of, Michael. I know there were some ups and downs, but, you know, you got what it was supposed to happen. Two starters on the top of their game, some of the better pitchers. All of a sudden, some big hits. You root for Higgy. You root for Cabrera, who hit it. Big G, the big home run. Big win for the Yankees.
Got his uniform pulled off in the celebration, but he's had his playing time cut down considerably with Austin Wells being called up and Rortvedt catching Garrett Cole, but he comes in late in the game, strikes out his first time, and then gets that big hit, and it's his first career walk-off hit, Paul.
Yeah, he's learned to really snap that front leg, and it really generated some bat speed for him, and he turned on that ball and just hammered it. And this ball, if it's not struck well, can get run down.
He's a good guy. He's been here a long time. Come up through the Yankee system. And that uniform is history, as is this game. And he is with Meredith Morakovitz. Meredith?
Thanks, Michael. Kyle, long day in the Bronx, but you guys ultimately came out on top. How nice was it to just end it there with the swing of the bat?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's credit to Big G and you know, the guys who were just grinding all day and putting us in that position. So, you know, luckily I just got a good pitch to hit and we could come out of here with a win. You mentioned Giancarlo Stanton. What was that dugout like when he hit that home run to even the score? We were hyped. We were hyped. I mean, just to have a guy come through like that and in that moment with a bomb is huge. So that was good. Take me through that last at bat. You know, in that situation, you got to try to just make sure you get something good to hit in your zone and try not to expand as good as possible. So, you know, it took a while. I think 3-1 was definitely borderline, but, you know, luckily 3-2 was a good pitch to hit, so I'm glad I got it. What's the feeling like to walk it off at Yankee Stadium? This is my first one, so, you know, I wish it was meaning a little more right now, but, you know, it's still amazing. I tried to stay in there as long as I could. How was the first water cooler? It was great. It was great. I've always since I've come up, I always wanted to hit a walk-off here, so it's amazing. Well, it happened today. Congratulations, Kyle. Thanks, Meredith. Send it back to you.
Really one of the nicest guys in a Yankee uniform. He's very well liked by his teammates, and you could see what it meant to him. First walk-off hit as a Yankee. Pretty cool.
No doubt about it. There are some guys that you really root for to come through. Higgins at the top of that list. First career walk-off. Congratulations.
It's a hot day. Good way to cool off.